Welcome back to Kingship Podcast. You are in for a treat today. Today's podcast is going to be special. Stay tuned. As I mentioned, today's podcast is going to be special. We are doing the summary of Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life, an Antidote to Chaos. We are going to do a comprehensive summary of the 12 rules presented in that book, written by Jordan Peterson. Now, who is Jordan Peterson? By now, all the guys, anybody who has access to the internet, anybody who has access to books, should know by now who Jordan Peterson is. But we will not assume that everyone knows who he is. So, who is Jordan Peterson? We don't have enough time to truly discuss who this man is. We don't have enough time to dive deeply into his life, but I will do a quick few seconds, maybe 30 seconds, talking about him real quick. Jordan Peterson was born June 12, 1962 in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Peterson is a professor of psychology. He taught at the University of Toronto before gaining widespread recognition in 2016 due to his opposition to a bill, I think it's called C-16, a Canadian federal law that added gender identity or expression in that bill to the list of prohibited grounds of discrimination. Peterson argued that the law compelled speech and raised concerns about its implication on free speech. Peterson's opposition to compelled speech and his defense of freedom and expression catapulted him into the public eye, and he became a polarizing figure. He was praised by some as a defender of free speech and traditional values, while others criticized him for what they saw as controversial and sometimes conservative viewpoints. Beyond his involvement in politics and social issues, Jordan Peterson is also known for his psychological research, particularly in the areas of personality, identity, and belief system. He has written several books. Of course, his most famous work is 12 Rules for Life, an Antidote to Chaos, which is the one we're all going to cover or summarize today in this podcast. Now, before I begin the summary for 12 Rules for Life, an Antidote to Chaos by Jordan Peterson, I am going to pause here and ask that if you are new to this podcast, please share, distribute this podcast to as many people as you possibly can, to your nephews, to your sons, to your cousins, to your uncles, and any other. Although this podcast is for guys, for men, for boys, we aren't against women. We love women. We support women, okay? This show, because we're for men, doesn't mean we're against women. I am just putting that out there, okay? I need all of you to understand that. Share the content with as many people as possible. All right, with that out of the way, let's get into it. 12 Rules for Life, an Antidote to Chaos, is a self-help book written by Canadian psychologist, as I mentioned before, and professor Jordan B. Peterson. The book, published in January 2018, offers practical advice and profound insight on how to navigate the complexities of life, find meaning, and combat chaos. It draws on various sources, including psychology, philosophy, mythology, and Peterson's own experiences to provide readers with a roadmap for personal growth and a more compelling existence. Now, here is a comprehensive summary, okay, of 12 rules presented in the book. Number 1, I like this one. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Peterson emphasizes the importance of adopting a posture of confidence and strength, both physically and metaphorically. Okay? Physically, the posture of confidence, both physically and metaphorically. By asserting ourselves and facing life's challenges head on, we build resilience and invite respect from others. Let me say that again. Number 1 rule. The number 1, to stand up straight with your shoulders back. A posture of confidence and strength, both physically and metaphorically. You assert yourself by facing life's challenges head on. It helps build resilience, and it also invites respect from others. Number 2, treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Let me say it again. Number 2 is treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Jordan Peterson advises treating oneself with the same care and compassion we would offer to a loved one in need. This involves taking responsibility for our own well-being, making positive changes, and avoiding self-destructive behaviors. Fathers, this one should really struck with you. Okay? Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. My goodness. Number 3, make friends with people who want the best for you. So many of us can learn from that one. Make friends with people who want the best for you. Jordan Peterson advocates for surrounding ourselves with individuals who support our growth and have our best interest at heart. Cultivating healthy relationships and avoiding toxic influences is essential for personal development. Make friends with people who want the best for you. My goodness. We're moving on to number 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to someone who else today. Let me say it again. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. What does that mean? Instead of falling into the trap of constant comparison with others, Peterson encourages focusing on personal progress. Small but incremental improvements over time can lead to significant positive change. I so concur. I so agree with that one. Small incremental improvement over time can lead to significant positive change. I actually have something similar in my family, mantra that we use that is very similar to that. That was number 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to someone who else. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Number 5, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Fathers, again, this is for you all. And future fathers, or for those who are expecting. Number 5, rule number 5, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Listen, in the context of parenting, Jordan Peterson suggests setting appropriate boundaries and guiding children towards becoming responsible and respective individuals. This involved a balance between nurturing and discipline. Oh my God, I so agree. You have to have that balance between nurturing and discipline. Absolutely agree. Number 6, set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. My God, fathers, those of us who are in ministries of some sort, those of us who are leaders in position of leadership, you understand you must firstly set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. What does that mean? Before attempting to solve the world's problem, one should address their own issues and personal shortcomings. Taking control of one's life and responsibility is the first step to effecting broader positive change. Let me repeat. Taking control of one's life and responsibilities is the first step to affecting broader positive change. Awesome. This is just, as I mentioned, this episode was going to be special. And it is. It is absolutely special. We're only halfway there, and it is amazing. Number 7, pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. So many of us have fallen for that. We pursue what we can get now. We do not know anything about delaying gratification. We do not want to wait for anything whatsoever. And here in 12 Rules for Life, an Antidote to Chaos, Jordan Peterson is advising us to, with rule number 7, to pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Peterson advises against seeking short-term gratification and instead encourages pursuing long-term meaningful goal. This may involve sacrifice and effort, but it leads to a more fulfilling life. Do you understand? Number 8, tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Tell the truth, or at least do not lie. Honesty, both with oneself and others, is crucial for maintaining integrity in healthy relationships. Peterson stresses the importance of being truthful, even when facing difficult situations. Absolutely agree. You must always tell the truth, or at least just don't lie. Agreed. Number 9, we're almost there. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. My goodness. This is something I stress to my children, that even if you know a topic, and I mean you know it really well, and someone else is either describing or teaching or presenting that idea or that topic, you should not interrupting and giving your input and showing or demonstrating how much you know, how much knowledge you have on the topic. Instead, remain quiet, listen, take notes, because you may hear it in a light that you are not used to. You may hear it in a way that is much different from you, that it gives you even more ideas that you can build upon. You never know what and where or from whom you can learn, even on the topic that you consider yourself to be an expert on. Jordan Peterson, number 9 rule is absolutely amazing. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. Openness to others' perspectives and a willingness to learn from them are vital for personal growth and understanding the world better. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. Number 10, be precise in your speech. I, again, agree. Be precise in your speech. Clear and articulate communication is essential for avoiding misunderstandings and assuring that one's idea are effectively conveyed. Clear and articulate communication is essential for avoiding misunderstandings and ensuring that one's ideas are effectively conveyed. That was rule number 10. We have 2 more to go. Number 11, do not bother children when they are skateboarding. First time I read that one, I was like, wait, what? What does that mean? But here it is. Encouraging risk-taking and allowing children to explore the world and face challenges help them develop courage, independence, and resilience. Fathers, again, we have to pause here. Understand, yes, you want to protect your child. You want to barricade your child inside a bubble, and nothing hurts your child and no harm comes to your child. Listen to me. You are doing more harm than help, believe it or not. You're not helping. In fact, you're making it worse. Yes, you have to allow the kids, you have to allow them to face challenges. You have to allow them to do that. Because again, as Peterson put it, better put it, delicately put it, it helps them develop courage, independence, and resilience. Okay? So that was rule number 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. And we are at our last rule, number 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. In this final rule, Peterson reminds us to appreciate the simple pleasures of life and find moments of joy and connection amidst the chaos. Absolutely, you have to stop and smell the roses sometime, because you can't go on and never stop to look up at the beautiful sky and look up at nature and take a breather. You have to stop and appreciate the simple pleasures of life. Absolutely. And find moments of joy and connection amidst the chaos. I completely wholeheartedly agree with Peterson. All right. Now, this was the 12 rules for life, an antidote to chaos by Jordan B. Peterson. I hope you enjoyed this summary, because it was wonderful. It was great to not only read the book, but to also put together this summary for you guys, as well as for myself and for my son and my daughter. I hope you guys truly, truly take a lot from this summary, from the 12 rules for life, an antidote to chaos by Jordan B. Peterson, a professor of psychology. Amazing gentleman. All right. If you're new, again, please come back. We dropped episodes here on YouTube, on Apple Podcast, on Spotify, on Amazon, as well as Google Podcast. I mean, we are everywhere. So if you look for us, Kingship Podcast, you'll find us. All right. Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys next week. All right.